Hey friends, Lucian here with the Bullish Bears team. I'm going to make this video here for you on the basics of fundamental analysis. It's not going to be a really in-depth video. It's just going to be more of a couple resources that you can go to learn about fundamental analysis within stocks, learning about earnings per share, revenue growth, year-over-year growth, being able to find out some more of the basically the meat of the company. So what's going on with the company, their financials, give you a little bit of more research because both fundamental and technical research is important when doing stocks. Again, even if you're a technical trader, it's important to look at the fundamentals to see what's happening within a company. And also, if you're a fundamentalist, it's important to look at the technicals as well. So it's good to always get a good overall look at both of them because it gives you, good overall pictures. Because the technicals really are doing what the fundamentals are saying. So if the fundamentals are saying something, the technicals are actually backing it up in the charts. So here's a couple resources that we really like using for doing fundamental analysis. Again, there's a whole bunch of them on the internet that you can go and see. You could just go to Google and just type in, fundamental research or fundamental analysis on stocks and find some sites that are good to use. But the first one I'm going to show you is Fidelity. So once you have a Fidelity account, you can create an account with them and then come over here to research and go to stocks. And that brought me here. And this is the Stock Research Center. So you can see over here there's a whole bunch of information that you can look at. But you can see, this area here, you can see market movers, you can see top rated by sector, and then you can see all the different sectors, some of the symbols, the scores, so analyst scores, their opinions, and you can kind of go in each of these and kind of see what's going on within the sector and within those stocks. So it's got a nice, area for you to be able to kind of just go in depth with these stocks or the sectors. There's also a section over here you can input your screens, so you can oops, it's not opening for whatever reason. Maybe I think if you got to set up your own screeners I believe over here under stock screeners. I don't use that feature very much or at all actually. But they do have equity summary score, which is pretty cool. So you can see stocks that are very bullish, neutral, bearish, and very bearish. So if I click on very bullish, I will go over and this will allow me to set up to kind of basically screen these down. So you get a whole list of a whole bunch, but then I can go down to these areas here and just kind of filter them out. So I can see, by security price, market cap, and just zone them, kind of target them down. So it's actually a pretty good screener to see kind of some more, again, of the fundamental analysis behind a company. If I go back here, you can see, so that was equity score. You can see by sector again, so I can go to the different sectors. I can see by market cap, very large, medium, small, micro, and kind of filter there. So basically I can come to this area and filter it down. If I wanted to kind of see more, again, the sectors, analyst scores, see what they're saying, and kind of drill down into the heart of a stock. But I could also go here too. I can type in, let's say, a company like Apple, and I can click on it. And you can see over to the left over here, you can see a snapshot, detailed quote, news and events, analyst opinions, earnings, dividends. So there's a whole bunch of information you can just come down over here. Fidelity gives you a lot to be able to look at within a company. So instead of just going to, let's say, like a stockcharts.com and you're just looking up the technicals of a stock, you can go to a site like Fidelity and get the fundamentals behind it and really pull up, again, the financials of the company and see what's going on behind it, so you can decide whether you're going to go long term, you're going to be swing trading it, or day trading it. It's always good to come over here and look. I use Fidelity a lot when news comes out. If you come down here, I can see news and events and see what's happening. I'm making this video. It's December 14th. And as you can see here, Nintendo and risky mobile games push with super paid Mario launch on iPhones. I'm not even looking at Apple right now, but yeah, I can see the news. I can see the latest news and see, if the technicals are moving on a stock, I can see whether they're going up or down. I can see, through the news if it's a good article, a bad article, and just determine my trading strategy based on that. But if you come up top again, you can see all of the areas here to do extra research. You can see the snapshot of Apple. You can see a basic chart of Apple over here. You can see the 52-week high, 52-week low, the past performance over the last 52 weeks. You can see a little bit more of what's going on with the volume, 90-day average volume. It gives you quite a bit all in one page that you wouldn't get with just a regular stock charting service. It just gives you a lot more. Again, you can come down here and see equity score, what's the ratings on it. You can see the analysts' opinions, if they're saying buy, if they're neutral. You can hover over it and then come down and actually see right below. Click on each one if you want to read them and see more information on it. If you go down a little bit further, you can see environmental, social, and governance, ESG, if you're into this, overall, how that's rating, the accounting and governing risk score. You can see how they're rated there, how many employees, and address and website. And then you look over here. You can see over here Apple compared to the industry. Its total annualized return, earnings per share growth, revenue growth. So everything all right here on one page within Fidelity. So if you want to learn really a lot more about fundamental analysis, you could just have a field day over here with Fidelity. And they also have a research and education center, I believe, underneath here, where you could just see, look, if you want to learn about all of these things, you could sit here for weeks, if not months, and just learn and get a whole education about it. Just fundamental analysis alone, as well as technical analysis. Fidelity's got a very extensive research center. So this video, again, is not going to be on all of the in-depth of fundamental analysis. It's more to give you, a resource to go and see on your own. And, you can always come here anytime. And Fidelity's customer service is absolutely phenomenal, too, if you ever have any questions. The other resources that I want to show you is Yahoo Finance, finance.yahoo.com. You can go over here and you can type in Apple over here. So AAPL, pull it up. And as you'll see, it's a little bit different than Fidelity's. Maybe a little bit more just kind of in your face, just the financials kind of right there in front of you, whereas Fidelity might go a little bit more in depth. I don't use Yahoo Finance that much to go super in depth. I'm pretty much more of a technical trader or a swing trader. I do come here to look at the financials. I'll show you that section in a second. But again, you can see here kind of a summary and a snapshot if you're looking at, earnings dates, dividends, 1 year target estimate, volume, average volume, and just get a good glance of what's going on. But I come over here, or you can go over here as well and just click on financials and just see here, revenue, total revenue, cost of revenue, gross profit. I do like this setup over here. It kind of breaks it down a little bit more. So if you kind of use Fidelity and Yahoo together, depending on what you're looking to do, I really like the income statement on here. I'm sure Fidelity has something like this as well. But I do like Yahoo Finances, where you can just scroll down and see the operating expenses, research and development, operating income or loss. Go down here and just kind of read their income statement and see what's going on. And then net income applicable to common shares. So here you go. So it's just a nice couple resources to use when doing fundamental analysis. It's just a matter of what type of trader that you want to become. If you're really want to become a long-term investor, fundamental analysis is critical, but also you need to have the technical knowledge as well. You want to be able to chart your stock to see, just because you think the financials are good, the technicals are important to see what's happening there to determine your trading strategy. So it's really a both and kind of setup with learning both technical analysis and fundamental analysis. So that's Yahoo Finance again, Fidelity. And there's so many different resources out there that you can do to learn about fundamentals as well as technical analysis. But I just really like Fidelity and Yahoo Finance for a couple resources to learn about fundamental analysis. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful. If you want to learn more about the stock market, If you need more help, if you want to join a great community that'll help you learn the stock market, we have a great community called the Bullish Bears. You can follow us over at bullishbears.com and join our community over there. The link will also be below, as well as make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel before you leave so you can stay updated on our videos and watch our previous ones. We try to give you and all of our followers and community members lots of resources to be trained and to really be able to learn the stock market. So we try to do our best to give you very valuable information to learn the stock market. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you ever have any questions, you can either comment on the YouTube, comment below, or you can ask in our community, and feel free to always message us on Facebook. So I hope you enjoyed this video on fundamental analysis, and we'll see you in our community. Enjoy.